Welcome to another episode of Let's Be Creative with the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. My name is Ella, and today we are going to do some theater warm-ups and theater games. For this video, you need two people, so yourself and a buddy. One of the things that actors do before they get on stage is warm up their voices so that as they project, the audience can hear them. Here's an example of a vocal warm-up. Repeat after me. Ha 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 ha. 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 Good job. Here's another one. Repeat after me. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Awesome! Next, we are going to do a theater game. So for this, you need yourself and a buddy. What I'm going to do is act out doing something, and you guys get to guess what I'm doing. I'm not going to use any words, I'm just going to use my movements. Here it goes. Did you guess? That's right, I was brushing my teeth. Great job. Now it's your turn, so pause the video and act out something and let your friend guess what you're doing. As you can see, I've got a buddy with me. This is my dear friend Kathy. The next drama game is more like an exercise. We are going to do a game called mirroring. In mirroring, it is very important that you pay attention to your partner, as on stage, actors need to pay attention to each other. I'm going to be person A.
I'll be person B.
As person A, I'm going to make slow, steady movements, and person B is going to mirror me. It is important during this time that we pay attention to each other's movements. When you're ready, you can switch. Person B will lead and person A will follow. How was that? The next game we're going to play is called Yes and. This is a game which involves being spontaneous. It's important that as actors on stage that we accept whatever's going on in the present moment on stage. How this game works is I'm going to start telling a story off the top of my head. I'm going to make it up. At some point, I'll pause. Kathy will say yes, and continue the story. We'll keep switching back and forth until one of us decides to end the story. Here's an example. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful mermaid, and she was sunning herself on the rocks. And the sun was getting really, really hot and she didn't have any sunscreen. So,
Yes, and she thought, I need to protect my beautiful skin. And she saw some seaweed floating by right on the surface of the water, so she picked it up and rubbed it along her skin. And it felt good, like cool, soothing lotion.
yes, and she got a beautiful suntan. Her sisters came along and they were jealous. They said, "You look good, girl. Where'd you get that suntan?" And she said, "It was from the wonderful seaweed. You can try it too."
Yes, And so they all decided to have a game of chase under the sea because it really was quite hot up there. And so they were swimming in and out of the coral and having the time racing around.
Yes, and all of a sudden, a whale came and started swimming with them, and they got so scared and started swimming fast, really fast, and the whale was trying to keep up with them, and they were like, no, not the whale.
Yes, and suddenly they turned around scared that the whale was going to come and have them for lunch, and the whale stopped short and said, I'm not here to eat you, I'm here to play.
And the mermaids laughed and they played together all day. The end. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and go for it, storytellers. This next game is called Sculpting Objects. I'm going to imagine as if I have some beautiful imaginary clay. I'm going to sculpt an imaginary object and let my partner guess what I've sculpted. This involves using your imagination, which is very important in theater. Here I go. Can you guess what I made?
A flower?
Yes, you guessed right. I made a flower.
Beautiful.
Now you get to try it. When you're done, let your partner try. This next exercise is called sculptures. I'm going to sculpt my partner's arms instead of imaginary clay. My partner, while I'm being gentle and safe, is going to move her arms as I direct them. You can experiment with different gestures and hand motions. When you're done, switch. So pause the video and make your own sculpture. I'm so happy that you joined me today and used your imagination. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday at 3:30 for another Let's Be Creative video. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.